Yeah, I know technically last week's episode was in the new year, but it happened on the 1st, so it was recorded before. So we had to do a little bit of time travel. But this is the first official episode that's being recorded in the year 2024. And that's fierce. Clap for yourselves, bitch. We survived. We made it. For now. We'll see. I'm not doing that thing that people do where they're like, 2024 is my year. Bitch, it's not. 2020 was my year, and we saw how that went. So this year I'm setting the bar very low because 2023 did set the bar extremely low, so I can only go up from here. So I have zero expectations of myself. I'm just going to do my best this year. Or not. Or I'll do nothing at all. I don't give a shit. None of you bitches pay my bills. Right now, I'm not even paying my bills. Honestly. But there is something of importance that I feel the need to address before we bring in the guest. And it's just something that I've just discovered. As a person of Puerto Rican experience, I can honestly admit that, yes, I am Puerto Rican. However, I spent most of my childhood in the southern region of the United States, living a very Caucasian lifestyle. And something that has really baffled me about California. There's two things about California that food-wise have always bothered me. And it's very difficult to get pizza that's good. Like, I like East Coast New York pizza, and it's like impossible to get. That's a different thing. We're still working on it. But the other thing that is specific to the southern side of my childhood is a biscuit. I like a good southern biscuit. And there are places that try, and I appreciate their efforts, but nothing quite like a southern biscuit. And I used to make them from scratch, but making them is just so much work. It makes such a mess. It's such an ordeal. It destroys the kitchen. And it's just, the thought of it is just, I don't want to deal with it. However, what I have figured out is if you go to Target and you buy the Red Lobster Cheddar Bay Biscuit Mix, you can take that home. And I'm going to be honest with you, I've made them as directed on the package, and I'm not a fan. I don't want to put cheese. I don't like the weird garlic stuff that goes with it. So what I'll do is I'll take the mix, put it in a bowl, put 3/4 of a cup of cold water, and just fold it with a rubber spatula until it's incorporated, not too much. And then you scoop it out with a 1/4 cup, put it on a baking sheet, and bake it at 425 for 15 minutes. And then when it comes out of the oven, you put just a little bit of butter on top, and you have the perfect biscuit that will make you slap your mama. It will change your life. I want you to know that just before the recording, I was struggling to figure out what to eat, and I made a box of those. It was like 20 minutes from the time I decided I wanted a biscuit to the time I was eating the biscuit. And it's phenomenal. I have leftovers, so as soon as I leave here, I'm going to go make love to those biscuits. And I hope you can support me on my journey. This is my Caucasian lifestyle. This is who I am. This is the woman I've become. And I thank you for your time. I'm going to bring in our guest right now. I'm so excited because I'm here with Lyric. Hello.
Hello. Oh my God. Thank you so much for having me.
Yay. I'm so glad we finally did this.
It's about time, bitch. I've been waiting
Yeah,
for you to come on this pod, and it is high time. So let's do this.
I'm excited. There's like I've told you, you were on my list of people, and I was like, no, I really want to do videos, but like the thing that was going to happen for me kind of didn't happen. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not going to wait. I can always have people come back if they have fun and want to come back and do a video episode. So, eventually when that happens, you are welcome back.
Yes,
In or out of
absolutely.
drag, I don't give a shit.
Well, thank God it's not video because I just got off work and I when we started this thing, I said, wouldn't you gag if I just popped on here with a wig? Just
I would
forehead
love
up,
that.
forehead down, boy. But no, I would gladly come back. So yeah, very, very excited.
Yes. I'm wearing a wig right now. Do you see it?
Is that a lace front?
Yeah, unclockable. Look at that. Look at
I
that.
couldn't even tell. Couldn't even tell.
Fresh from Turkey, honey.
You were talking about the Cheddar Bay biscuits, and
Yes.
I've never been to Red Lobster.
Me either. I don't like seafood.
But I do love Target. I've been in Target.
See, therein lies the commonality. I know Red Lobster serves a cheeseburger, but do you think I don't feel like an idiot going there and being like, I'll have the cheeseburger, please, darling. Girl.
You don't go to Red Lobster and get a cheeseburger. You go to Red Lobster and get a salad.
Ugh, a salad. Yeah, I always think about it because I wanted to try the biscuits, and I'm like, I could just get the burger, but like, I don't know. I feel like such a dick if I go to Red Lobster and like order the burger.
Never been, never been. But like I said, Target. Fun fact. Do you know why Target is at? You know why everything's red?
No.
So they do it as actually like a marketing thing. So you walk in and the color red gets your heart beating, and so you lose track of what you went in there for. So you actually spend more money. Mine. Oh,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
interesting.
That's why Target's red. Starbucks is green. Green makes you feel welcome. Colors, mama, get into it.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
What does
Fun.
pink mean?
Pink means rich.
Cunt.
Pink means woman.
Powerful.
Yes,
Powerful white
powerful.
pussy.
Love pink. We love pink. Yes.
I love pink. I need to know, is lyric short for lyrical dance?
No, actually, I'm just gonna pretend you asked me what my drag name means.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I actually love when people ask me what my drag name means. So, fun fact, actually, or not fun fact, but my name actually shares a lot of resemblance with how Trixie got her name, and it was never brought to my attention until recently. My friend said, "You know what? You and Trixie's name it originates. It's very similar." My name, if I was born as female at birth, was going to be Lyric by my dad, and
Oh.
lyrics to a song. And my dad and he does not approve that I am gay. I do not have a relationship with my father, nor do I need one. Uh,
Period.
and so I named myself Lyric as a FU to my dad. So now I am the daughter that he wanted. So yeah.
See?
And very similar to Trixie, because Trixie's dad used to call him a Trixie growing up. So I never made that connection until recently.
You know what? Parents, there's no parents listening. I don't know why I say this, but you know what? Fuck around and find out.
Look around and find out. There's no parents listening. Bitch, no one's listening to this.
No one's listening.
I'm not. I'm just kidding.
No one. Honestly, I just try not to look at the numbers because I know it'll stress me out. So I actually don't know if anyone's listening to this.
Some pretty cool guests on this channel. Fina Barbital, Glitter,
Yes.
really, really cool people on this channel.
I've been very lucky that a lot of really great people that I admire have said yes to me.
Yes, yes.
Some people say no.
How much did you pay them to come on?
Well, that's why I'm not paying my bills because I paid all my money to get Fina to talk to me.
Exactly. Fina and Cheddar Ray Biscuits. Hi, Fina.
Hi, Fina. Am I to assume that she's listening? Nah.
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah. God, Fina, don't even get me started on that one.
Well, she's busy living her twink lifestyle now. She's out here with a new lease on life.
Can we all give it up for Fina Barbital's weight loss? I mean, come
Honestly,
on. I mean, my
clap for
God.
her. I did her episode right after she got the surgery, so she was still like fresh out of the surgery. So we talked about it, and it was very interesting.
She's amazing. I love her to death. When I say she is the nicest, meanest person you'll ever meet in your life,
I agree.
it's otherworldly. If you ever get a chance to work with Fina, don't. But uh,
Tripper.
no, she's great. She's great. I love her to death. And she's made some wigs for me. So thank you, Fina.
Yeah. Speaking of hair, we were just talking about hair before the recording. She has some of the greatest hair, and I got to like go into her apartment and look at all the
I'm
different
sorry.
things that she styled. She styles some hair.
She does. She gets really into the hair too. She puts like ornaments and like stuff in the hair. It's crazy. Some of those Christmas wigs she made,
Oh
girl.
my goodness.
Oh, if you want a wig, contact Fina Barbital.
I mean, I think about the birdhouse that she did for Katya, the bird's nest, the
Oh God.
hand, the telephone.
The telephone.
She's done some wonderful things.
Oh God. God. We stand Fina.
I mean, I could do like a little, I do hair that I wear. So I wear very plain, everyday
You,
woman hair.
you make your own hair?
Yeah, for the most part.
Oh,
The
okay.
I'm trying to think the ones that I didn't do, I have a white updo that I did not make because I can't do an updo.
Mhm.
Marimacha from Granias Wigs. LA local Latinx icon made that for me. Um, my DragCon ponytail, the black one that the day that I saw you at DragCon,
Yeah.
that hair, the base wig was made by Marimacha. And so she gave me like a bun with a 360 lace so I could put a bunch of attachments on it. So I just make the different attachments and I just
Uh,
pin it on and go. Like a Sasha Colby ponytail. Just clip it
yeah.
on, go.
Yeah. I've tried, you know what? I do my own clothes, or I sew a majority of my own clothes. I actually count on my costumes. I think I have 33 costumes. I think I've made all but like five of them. Uh,
Wow.
I do want to try to do my own hair, but like I was telling you, I buy a and I have two wig makers. My one is Fina Barbital. My two local wig makers. I have Fina Barbital, and then I have Nate, who also does drag as Addie Spritz. Hi, Nate. Um, so they both do my hair, and Nate, I'll buy hair, and I can't do it. I'll add the tracks into it, and then I'll curl it, and then I'll tease it, and I feel so confident up until that moment. And then I text him, I'm like, "Can I just bring you my hair? Can I bring you a wig?" And he's like, "I thought you weren't gonna. I thought you said you weren't gonna touch hair anymore, Landon. I thought you said you weren't gonna touch hair anymore." And I was like, "You know what? I tried, but yeah, he fixes my hair. He's made a lot of my hair. He actually made that hair that I met you at DragCon with.
Ooh, the blonde, the solid pink disco hair.
Yes, yes, I love that hair. Yeah, so I try to do my own hair, and I just can't do it. I really can't. So I'm gonna leave the hair up to the professionals.
Well, I mean, sewing is a very valuable skill.
Yeah, costumes are expensive, so it's really nice that I have that ability. My poor sewing machine, my poor $130 brother sewing machine. Um,
Oh, girl.
that thing has been through hell. That thing at any moment is about to explode. Uh,
Mine just died a few days ago.
the amount of sequins and the amount of needles that I've broken. I think my last costume, that pink one with the shoulder pads that I just made, I think I broke about 23 needles. Before
Really?
that was just on the lining. Before I figured out that I have to flip the fabric upside down to sew it. So
Oh.
she's still learning.
Yeah, well, I wasn't sewing. Joey was sewing, my boyfriend who does all the sewing because he knows I'm not as good as he is. He was making a garment and the sewing machine broke and we needed to finish the garment, so we had to go and buy a new sewing machine. And this is the garment that destroyed the machine.
Oh, I mean, at least the machine went out with a bang. I mean, because
I mean, I can't wait to wear this.
have you worn it yet?
Not until March.
For those who can't see, it is a beautiful
Don't
black,
say it.
beautiful, beautiful dress.
Don't say what it looks like, but
Dress.
it is it's
Well,
hopefully going to be my gown for my Miss Comedy Queen pageant that I'm doing in March. Hopefully.
well, the we are all very, very excited to see it. I just made a gown, and let me tell you something.
Oh,
Gowns are not fun.
they're not fun, but when you put it on and you walk in
Oh
it.
my God. Did you see my Instagram video that I posted
I
today?
did. I did because I had
Oh,
just filmed that of me like walking in the gown. I was like, "Oh, I feel this.
right there. And I love it.
I
I'm
love
so
a
excited.
gown."
Oh, and I want to wear it so bad, but a gown is not something you can just wear out to Rocco's West Hollywood.
No.
You gotta have you gotta go to a pageant, you gotta be a judge, you gotta do something that you can't do much action in.
Yeah, you
'Cause
need to just stand around and be photographed.
yes, I am so excited.
Mm.
So excited.
Yeah, I'm new to gown wearing. I have one that's like I got a high slit and like an asymmetrical hem so I can still wear it to the club. I can walk around in it, but
Come on, slit. I can walk around in it, I can spread my legs in it,
yeah, I just wear a black panty underneath and it's fine.
I can spread my legs for all the men on the dance floor.
Yes. Wait, so did you learn to sew by yourself or did you take a class?
I actually learned from a site called YouTube. Um,
I've heard of
so
her.
yeah, you heard of that queen. I know her. Um,
Yeah.
I actually learned how to sew from Kine.
I
Uh,
love Kine.
love Kine. I discovered her YouTube channel, Online Kine, and she um, taught how to make essentially like a swimsuit. And so I bought the
Oh,
fabric.
Oh, we're getting a visual. Hold on, she's walking away. She's grabbing something. She's coming back. Oh, yes, I remember this.
I ever sewed. It's not great. You know what? This is, and it's Trixie's Malibu reveal swimsuit. So it's got these like little frills on the side. It's so cute.
Yeah.
Um, and that was the very first thing I ever sewed. And then I learned like tracing your own patterns, like tracing your own clothes, because obviously you know what fits. Um, and yeah, I learned how to sew stuff from her channel, and then I sewed a like a fur coat, like a faux fur coat. Um, and then that's kind of where like the whole like impersonation thing started, was just like learning how to sew. And then I saw one of Trixie's outfits and I was like, I want that. I want to make that. And yeah, it just kind of like evolved from there and just kind of spiraled. And then just got, practice, practice, practice. And it went from a t-shirt to a Queen of the Universe replica gown.
I love it. I can sew if I'm handed a pattern. I can
Mhm.
cut it and put it together, but the hard part is making the pattern. That's
Yeah.
tough.
Pattern making is not easy. You have to be good at math, which I'm not great at math.
Mm-mm.
Which is why I work with a lot of spandex. Um, but yeah, it's also very rewarding, but
Yeah.
I'm not the kind of person where I can like my brain doesn't work to where like I can just think of something like unique and then be like, oh, I'm gonna make this. I'm the kind of person, obviously, where I see something and I'm like, I want that. And then I make it.
Yeah. That's an important quality to have, especially for drag. A lot of girls get stuck in the thought of, "Oh, I really want this. I just don't know where to begin." And sometimes, almost all the time, you just go to YouTube and watch someone else do it.
Yeah. So like all the stuff that I have, some might say it's an impersonation, some might say it's a copycat. I'd say that's fair.
Some may say it's a defamation.
Yeah, some might say it's a defamation. Yeah, but if you watch season 8, episode 2, Theft on Wow Presents Plus,
Oh,
you'll know that I am done with permission.
with permission. And you know what? That handwritten letter that Trixie wrote her, yes, it does start with the word cease and desist, but it was very lovely, the rest of it that was written.
It was
It was
it
very
was
nice.
handwritten in cursive, bitch.
She
No.
said, please stop. Actually, I'm surprised she hasn't had you go in and be the understudy.
Well, there's been some really fun things that have happened that I can't really touch on, but there's been some fun opportunities
Oh, yes, I do know about something.
that are yet to be released, waiting. But that's a story for a different day.
You know,
Maybe I'll
people
do
tell me.
our video interview.
Yes, people tell me everything. People don't tell me everything. I just figure things out and assume things. But people do also have a way of just telling me things.
People tell you everything. People tell me nothing.
Well, I'll tell you everything once people tell me things. I just don't want you to feel out of the loop.
Gotta get you in the loop, girl.
Yes. So, were there other queens whose makeup you thought, I like this, I'm going to try this prior to Trixie, or was it always Trixie?
It was always Trixie. And the crazy thing is, for me, is I consider myself one of the only living authorities on Trixie Mattel makeup. Uh, but you hand me a brush and tell me to do something else, I don't know what to do, and it's so frustrating. It's frustrating. Um, but no, I saw Trixie's makeup, and naturally, when you do drag, any drag queen, it's almost like kind of like a rite of passage that you try Trixie makeup
Yeah,
eventually,
I've
right?
done
Because,
it.
you know, it's some might say it's iconic, but it's a rite of passage for a lot of people. And I wanted to do Trixie makeup I wanted to do Trixie for Halloween like 3 years ago, and I did her entire face with one type of brush.
Okay.
Yeah, the look on your face.
I gave a look. There was a look.
Yeah, yeah. And that picture I've shared a few times on social media. But then it just became a thing where I was like, well, I'm gonna just keep practicing. I'm gonna practice, 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 practice. And let me tell you something, practice makes perfect. Because it didn't always used to look like it does. A lot of trial and error.
I was gonna do Trixie for Halloween one year, and I bought like a little 70s psychedelic, like a short dress with a bell sleeve and some white cowboy boots, and it just never happened. And I think I think I did it in a video on my YouTube channel that I think is still up, and it was not great. It was better than most, but not great.
Yeah, I had my little $30 Amazon go-go dress, my little 60s go-go dress. I had my little white go-go boots and
Yes.
my single stack blonde wig. And let me tell you something, honey. You couldn't tell me anything.
I wonder if
I
I have the picture. Have I
like
shown you my Trixie attempt?
no, you haven't. And
I'm gonna
now I need
find
to
this.
see it.
I think it's archived. Hold on, let me see.
She,
It's
she said,
so bad.
she said it's buried, bitch. You're not gonna find it anywhere.
Yeah.
It's in the archives. Archives.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, she found it. Let's see this.
Okay, I mean, it's not. I think the styling is bad. Maybe I'll redo it and it'll be better, but this is.
Okay. For those of you at home that can't see this, this was your first attempt.
This was. Yes.
Are you
I
coming from
was.
a, are you coming from my get?
Uh, no, I don't want that. You could have
You
it.
don't want that.
No. I mean, my makeup is
Ow.
already my everyday drag makeup is already kind of like halfway there. So,
Let me tell you something. As I said, one of the only living authorities on Trixie Mattel makeup, that gets an A+ for me.
really, should I try again? Maybe it'll be better. Maybe it'll be right this time.
Good. That was one of the best I've ever seen.
Okay, well, maybe next week I'll attempt it again.
I mean, maybe it's because the camera view, maybe it's because the image of your camera was really small and really blurry and pixelated. I'm just kidding.
Maybe.
But it looked really
Maybe
good.
it looks like it's face tuned within an inch of its life, which I don't do anymore. I'm too lazy. I probably should.
I fully expect to see that redone.
I think I'll do it. Why
You
not?
should. You should. It's great. It's good.
All right. All right, bitches, you heard it here. The authority has told me I should do it again. And
I'll be waiting, bitch.
maybe, you know what? There's a lot of queens who's. I recently tried Got Mixed makeup, and that was a shit show. That was bad.
Yeah.
Oof.
Well, that's also another iconic look. Well, I mean, I guess to your question, no, I've never had the desire to try another Queen's makeup. If I did try another Queen's makeup, I think it would probably just because it's in my wheelhouse and my comfort zone, it'd probably like Rock'em Sakura.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because
I
that
love
that
her face.
yeah, that's very graphic. It's very black and white liner. Love Rock'em. I had the opportunity to work with her at Precinct, and it was crazy. It was such an amazing experience to see my name on a poster next to Rock'em Sakura, Honey Davenport. It was amazing.
Work. I need to get them both on the pod. I think I've asked Rock. But like when girls have a certain number of followers and they don't follow you back, they don't see the DMs. So Rock'em Sakura, check your DMs, baby. Baby
Yeah,
Gorge.
I'll message her. I'll tell her to come on the pod.
Tell her, oh my god, you have to do the pod. Baby
Yes,
the pod.
absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Wait, so do you ever experiment with makeup like for your own persona outside of Trixie?
Yeah, I've tried to do it one or two times, and I think I'm gonna do something totally out of this world, but it really just ends up being like Trixie. I've tried. There is some, makeup ideas that I have and some inspos, but as of right now, I am specializing on just Trixie makeup. Um, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe Lyric is developing her own look. And we'll apply for Drag Race season 22. We never know. We
You
don't know.
never know. You
We don't
never
know.
know.
I can neither confirm nor deny that there is a
RuPaul will be a hologram.
well, yeah. I mean, they'll need a hologram because, girl,
Yes. How you know what? I just want to say, are you truly a Trixie impersonator if you haven't attempted the Trixie Scott Barnes makeup on yourself?
I have been asked to do this so many times. I've been asked to do her Scott Barnes makeup, and I've been asked to do her classic Trixie makeup, like her. I mean, I've done it once, but we're talking like full clown season seven. It was season seven, right?
Yeah, oh, the finale makeup with the Heatherette
Yeah,
dress.
eye makeup, the big old blown out blue eye. Yeah. No, I haven't done the Scott Barnes makeup. And that just gets back to like me just in my comfort zone of, knowing what I'm really good at and knowing what I'm really not good at. Um,
I wish she would have thought that before
yeah,
before he sat down and decided to do that on Trixie. Poor Trixie.
listen, like Trixie herself has said, she doesn't have, she has a face where it needs big makeup. And I feel like I'm kind of in the same boat. I don't know if I could get away with natural woman makeup, so we'll stick to the black and white clown makeup for now.
Everybody goes through their soft phase. I went through a phase where I was just wearing like little smoky eyes, and I thought I was like so fierce and so stunning. But now I'm like, well, for me, the big makeup inspirations were always like Trixie and Aquaria.
Mhm.
And so
Oh,
I like to think I'm somewhere in the middle because Aquaria, oh my God, like flawless.
you want to talk about talent, girl?
Just like I see her on Instagram and I'm still like years. I first discovered her before she was on Drag Race, before I was even doing drag, and I was just always amazed.
I went to the season 11 finale taping at the Orpheum downtown when she walked out in
Oh, the
that bird.
feathers.
Oh my God. When I tell you there I the decibels in my ears like blew from the screaming and cheering. It was crazy. She
Oh
looked
my
stunning.
God.
That is talent.
Uh, I am frothing at the gash. I am squirting.
She's so good. How long have you been doing drag?
I've been doing drag for 6 years.
Oh my God.
Too long.
Long time. And that's yeah, six
Too long.
six is too many.
Too damn long.
How did you start drag? Like what got you in? I'm taking over the pod now,
You
girl.
could you could say whatever you want. Nobody listens to this shit.
How
Let's see. How
what
did that happen? Well, drag has always like the universe has always sent things to me, like signs to me. I used to do community theater, and randomly people would be like, "You should watch RuPaul's Drag Race. I think you'd really like it." And I'm like 15 years old, like no, because at the time I was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna be an actor, a comedian. I'm gonna host red carpets. I'm gonna write books. I'm gonna host like TV shows and like do that." And maybe I'll like make a pop album or something and like have that be my career as a man, like in a suit, big white teeth, that sort of like gay caricature. But then I got sick and tired of going out for roles in theater and not getting cast in them because I wasn't a leading man, in air quotes, that sort of physical type. And so I got a stomach flu when I was in college and I was at home and I binge watched seasons 4, 5, and 6 of Drag Race. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then I would go see the girls at the bars because I realized if you live in LA, you can see all these girls for free if you just go to the club or like pay a $10 cover.
Yeah.
And so with that, I would go to see local drag. And then I was like, oh, I could do that. So I started doing drag when I was in college for theater, and I would paint the days that I had shows before school and go to school painted, and then just sort of sit in class with sunglasses, and then I would go to the club and do my little tip spots.
Wow, that's awesome. By the way, before we even continue, please support local drag.
Go see local drag.
Please, those covers go to supporting your queens. I mean, it's not all about Drag Race. We love Drag Race, but please support local girls. We love it.
Yeah, I'm. Whenever I go to pay a cover, I'm like, if there are no drag queens here, I'm not paying this.
Oh, absolutely. If there is one drag queen inside performing, I'll pay that cover.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, fun fact, before I've recently gotten, when I say recently, I've been on this planet for 21 years. No,
Shut
31.
up. I believed you for like a minute. I was like, wait, wait.
And I've only recently gotten into the like the drag race fandom. It recently about like 4 or 5 years ago, I think. My very
Really?
first drag con was the drag con where Trixie rolled in on the lipstick. I think that was the drag con right before COVID. Uh,
Yes.
so that was when I first started watching Drag Race. And prior to that, I had no like experience with drag queens. I actually thought that drag queens were like, and the whole world of drag was very like terrifying. I was really scared of drag queens. I didn't really know how to interact with them. I thought it was kind of the whole, I thought the whole art form was kind of strange. Um, fast forward to
Yeah.
fast forward to now, Karma really slapped me upside the head with that one.
Yeah, you got what you had coming. You
Yeah.
know.
But the whole art form of drag, it's really an escape, you really kind of just get to put on this whole other persona and you just feel so confident. I mean, it really changes everything. It's such a powerful art form.
Yeah, it's the superhero cape. It's like when Clark Kent takes off his glasses and opens up his shirt.
It really is.
It is that same thing.
I'll come home after a night out in drag, and if I come home and if I'm feeling it, I'll like I'll stay in drag a little bit.
Yeah,
I
do you open Sniffies and take your profile photo and say, "Hey,
you know
boing."
I am not going to comment on what apps I open, but yeah, I come home and I feel a little bit. I'm like I don't really want to take it off. Like I don't know how long it takes you to do your makeup. It takes me a little around 2 hours to do my makeup. And
I'll work.
yeah, and I get home and I'm like, I spent so much time on this and I look fucking beautiful. I don't want to take it off.
So
And
you
like
just live in it.
I do. I'll pour a little glass of rosé and just feel it for a moment.
Work. I wish I was that way. I'm within an hour of being in drag. I'm like, when can I take this shit off?
I mean, don't get me wrong. After wearing, 10 pairs of 301 lashes, you do want to rip it off. But that's what vodka sodas are for.
I keep hearing about alcohol being helpful to the pain of drag, and as somebody who doesn't drink,
It's
I
not.
often wonder.
It's not. It's I also don't really drink when I'm in drag. Um, because you don't want to see a Trixie Mattel doing something in a back alley, behind the Abbey. I mean, or maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe you do. But I tend to not drink that much. I'll have like a cocktail, but I typically don't drink when I'm in drag, just because I feel like being that I'm impersonating somebody, I feel like I have to maintain this sense of like decorum about myself.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, because if it was lyric, and her own persona, it'd be different. But being that I am, representing somebody that's a public figure, I have to be careful.
Yeah, nobody wants to say they saw Trixie doing a line of coke off a hard dick at
I'm
Revolver.
listen, the things that I could get away with on OnlyFans if I wanted to.
I mean, it's kind of cool because you could just like put on her face and go rob a bank.
I know. I mean,
Like,
Trixie, if you're listening, you're probably not listening. If you're listening, I would
there's
never
no
do
way.
that. Could you imagine?
I mean, you know what? I'm always shocked when I'm out places at the people who will come up to me and be like, say something about the podcast. I'm like, how do you know? But I guess, it's
That's
public.
awesome.
It is very cool. I've had a few moments where I've like seen a queen that I'm like a huge fan of, and I like walk up to say hello, and they turn on and go, "Oh, hi, Jordan," and I'm like,
You're like, you know me?
"What's my name?" Yeah, it's very nice.
It's that public recognition that happened to me a couple weeks ago. I was actually not even a couple weeks ago. It was like a week and a half ago. I made that purple gown, or that not gown, but that purple outfit, and I was walking up to Rocco's because I was like, I'm gonna wear this new outfit. I got new hair. I got this new outfit. I'm gonna wear it out. And as I was walking up from the WeHo library, walk up to Rocco's, this guy walked by me and he goes, "Is that Lyric or Trixie?" And it was just so shocking to be recognized.
Which one are you?
Yeah, and I was like, "Lyric, like you got me, girl, you got me." But it's always really weird to like hear someone say my name. I don't know. Like
It is very strange, but it's
I
nice.
Yeah, it is nice. I had a girl that like cried when she met me, and I was like, "You are crying for the wrong
Oh
person."
no.
Yes, there's a video of it. She like met me, and she like literally like dropped to her knees and was like sobbing, and I was like,
Oh my
"Girl,
God.
girl, get
You
it
know
together."
what? What a
Thank you.
great way to end the first half of the podcast.
What can I say? I made people cry. Oh.
Uh, Do not go anywhere, ladies and friends. We will be right back with lyric. Bow, bow,
Bye.
bow, bow. Hi, and welcome to the ASMR ad break. This is the soothing sound of you giving this podcast a nice review and a 5-star rating. This is you doing the same 5-star rating with a full set of acrylics. And now, here's the sensuous sound of you sharing this podcast with all of your friends. Now, here's the sound of you sharing this podcast with all your friends with a fresh set of acrylic nails. Wasn't that nice? Feel free to try it for yourself after this episode. Now back to the show. Oh, hey. Hi there. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Meow.
Brr, brr, brr. Actually, I have one of those.
Now it's official.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Oh my gosh.
What'd you do on
Well,
your 3-minute break?
what I did was, okay, so the lights in this room are motion sensitive. So I got up and I walked around in the room like in a circle so the light would turn on. And then I stretched and then I unzipped my blouse because it was getting hot in here and my titties need to cool down.
It's that kind of podcast now. This is podcast. This is Girl Talk After Dark.
It is. I mean, it's quite literally after dark. Usually I record these in the mornings, but it's
Speaking
kind
of
of
after
nice.
dark, speaking of after dark, are
Hmm.
you glad at the fact that we get golden hour at like 4:30?
It's so weird.
It is so wild, and I don't know if I like it or not.
I like sun, so I like if it could be sunny until like 9 o'clock at night, I'd be okay with that.
I used to live in Alaska. I lived in Alaska for like 3 months, and I lived there during the time of the year where it was bright sunshine until 4 o'clock in the morning. You would love it.
Oh my God, that sounds wonderful. But then it gets dark for like a month straight, right? Or longer.
Ouch. Yeah, it was wild. It was people like barbecuing at 4 o'clock in the morning, bright sunshine.
That is crazy. I have a friend who lives out there and he talks about how it'll be nighttime for just days.
Yeah, yeah. It's 30 days a night, bitch. Vampires running wild. Get into it.
I can't. I'd have to, like, the depression.
Yeah.
It's so, ugh. I mean, it's so dark, literally.
It's enough as it is living in Los Angeles. Could you imagine?
Imagine if we took everybody from LA and took them to the dark month of Alaska and just let them there.
Oh, God, we wouldn't know what to do with ourselves. Not even
Well,
drag would save us then.
I mean, we'd all be so beautiful in that
We
light.
would. We would. Those low lights, girl. Low lights in the dark club.
Oh, gosh.
Let
There's
me see.
nothing humbling quite like sunlight for drag queens.
Speaking of lighting, actually, this has nothing to do with lighting. I ask this to every single drag queen that I talk to and that I meet. It's like a ceremonial thing for me. At what point, when you start doing makeup and when you start getting
Mm.
into drag, at what point do you like feel it? At what point do you start to feel it? You're like, oh, she's here.
There's like a moment right after my eyes are done because I have the white triangles on and I'm like,
You're like, who
ooh.
is she?
Yeah, but then it's lips.
Okay.
Lips are
Do
huge
you
for me.
do you do lips last?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I've met some girls they do one of the first things they do are lips.
That's weird.
It's very weird, very weird.
I've
So
had
it's
this I've talked to Callista Stage so many times about makeup because she is like a makeup professional and she does her eyes first, and I think that's weird, but a lot of people do that.
what do you do first?
I do foundation, contour, highlight, liquid blush, and then I do eyebrows, and then I
What?
set the whole thing, and then I do eyes.
That is wild. I guess everyone's makeup routine is different. That's crazy.
Yeah. So like,
Blush is literally the last thing I put on.
so in my mind, putting on, I don't glue down my brows anymore because they're shaved, so I just like do my foundation, and then contour, highlight, and I put white, clown white in the center of the face, so that way it's like whiter in the middle and it slowly goes out, and then I do pink and orange liquid blush just all over the sides, and then I'll do my eyebrows and I put white under the brow, and then I powder the whole thing, and to me that is zero. That's when she's not wearing any makeup.
Wow, that is wild. Yeah, for me, it's when, I mean, my makeup, or I mean, Trixie's makeup looks very crazy, up until you get like the
Mm-hmm.
black and white liner on. I think the moment I start to feel it is when I get the black and white liner on. But it's also my least favorite part of doing the makeup because it's so technical and you have to have such a steady hand because if that
Yeah,
black crosses the line into the white, or if that white crosses, actually you can fix the white into the black, but the black goes to the white, girl, that white never becoming white again.
it's over. You just have to like let it dry and set it and then go back over it.
Oh, I just take it off and I don't go out.
That's great too. I just crawl under the car and I close the garage door and I leave the car running.
I just jump out of my window.
Easy.
I go at my second floor and I just jump off. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I've had moments. I don't like mascara because every time I try it, I blink once and it ends up like in the white under here that I do because I do the big white under eye.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's big for me. It's not. It's like, Trixie's is like this. Mine is like that.
Half of the face is white. Yeah, we're carving hieroglyphics into our face.
I love it. I love white. Like, to me, if you're the kind of makeup artist who can have like a really bright white next to a really sharp black, that
Oh,
is skill. It is technical skill.
yes, and you can't be shaky when you're doing the white and black liner roll because no, can't do
Nope.
it. Do you have a favorite makeup product?
I think the besides like a Mayron clown white, I have a MAC shivering white,
Mm-hmm.
and that really turns it for me. Also, blush. I love blush.
What's your favorite blush?
I've been using the Trixie Mod About You blush for like 2 years since it came out.
Smart. Yep. I love the girl on girl, or not the girl on girl. I love uh it's her very first blush palette, and
Oh, the
girl,
pink one.
yes, yes. Side chick. Oh,
Uh,
oh, you want to talk about blush? And I'm not a paid spokesperson. I'm not, but let me tell you something. The blushes are amazing. Blushes are
girl,
amazing.
the
I
girls
think
who know, know.
the girls who know, been new. And the girls who don't know get should learn.
Fucking get your life together. What are you doing?
Trixie Cosmetics makes such good products. My favorite makeup product. One is a Trixie product and one is not a Trixie product. My favorite Trixie product
Oh,
is the June Bug liquid lipstick. It's
yes.
so pretty.
Oh my
It's
God.
it's it's beautiful. And then my favorite non-Trixie product is probably my KVD white liner. The what I use to do my black.
Ah.
It's until somebody comes out with their own white liner,
Uh,
which you know
allegedly, when somebody who is an authority
they're
knows, you
they're gonna
know,
let everyone know exactly what time it is.
with the black and the white liner.
Yes. Well, I don't know about the black, but I do. I hear tell rumor of the white, but we'll see.
Hmm.
We'll
I can neither confirm or deny people's ability to keep secrets around me.
well, we're get us a shot of tequila, girl, and everybody knows everything.
Yeah, let me shut the fuck up right now because I'm trying to get on that PR list.
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't know anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing.
Nothing.
You
Nothing, bitch.
you fuck with Fortnite? Pivot.
No.
Pivot. Like
No.
it's great.
I don't. I'm not a video game person. I wish I was. It looks so fun.
I love Fortnite. I went downstairs, my boyfriend's playing Fortnite, and I was like, "Oh, I cannot wait to play that. It's so
I
fun."
want to. I'm just afraid that if I get like a Switch or something, or I get into an online game, I won't do anything else, and it'll become my life.
You don't play games at all?
No, just with men on the internet. Those are the only games I'm playing, bitch.
I'm not really good at it.
Oh, I'm good at those games,
She's the game master.
baby. Some actually,
Hunger
hold on.
Games, girl. Hunger
Hunger
Games.
Games. I need to share with you this really funny grinder conversation I had today.
Yes, share it with the children. I need to hear this.
If we were in person, I'd have us do a dramatic reading of it. Um, but I'm gonna play some suspenseful music, and I will do voices.
Set in
I'll
the
do,
mood.
yeah, I'll do my voice, and I'll do like a different voice for the other guy. Okay, ready?
Hear it.
What are you doing? I'm at home watching TV. So what are you looking for on here? Open. What about you? Mostly fun, which means sex for kids. It means I'm just on Grindr looking for dick. I'm not trying to go on dates. Anyway,
Wow.
mostly fun. Want to play Smash Bro with me? No, I'd rather smash a bro.
Were you? That sounds like a conversation that we have that I have on Grinder. You want to play
This
Smash Bros?
this is he said you want to play Smash Brothers, and I said no, I want to smash a bro. Um, I didn't get a response.
Oh my God, that kind of reminds that's I mean, how do you really respond to that? You can't. That's just like a mic drop. You can't.
No, I didn't expect him to, because honestly, I was just like, I already told you what I'm here for, and you're out here wasting my time with your little questions. No.
Precious time. I'm trying to sell. I want an iPad at work. I'm trying to sell my iPad. And so if anybody out there wants an iPad fifth generation with Wi-Fi, 64 gig in blue, hit me up. Um, and I posted it on Craigslist, and I got an email back, and somebody just responded, "Holla." Just holla. So my response, just to keep the games going, I go, "Batgirl."
And did they get it? They probably didn't
No,
get it.
I didn't get a response.
I got this interesting message. Can you read this? Is it reversed for you?
Um, I can't. Oh wait, let me make sure. No, I can't.
Oh, okay. So pretty much, I sent a picture to somebody, and they said, cute. And then I didn't say anything else. And then a few days later, they said, hey, sexy. And I was just not, I didn't respond. I probably didn't even log on for a few days. Then a few days later, they said, hey. Then a few days later, they said, do you do drag? And I was just like,
You're like, I think they're like, I think you've had me on your pod.
yeah, it was Fina.
Was it?
Imagine. No,
I was gonna and say,
that would be great.
I don't think Tina's using Grinder. I think she's on other apps.
She probably uses Sniffies. I use Sniffies too. She's
What
all
is?
right.
I'm a bad gay. What is Sniffies?
Sniffies is for cruising mostly. It's like Grinder but less romantic, if you can
Oh,
imagine such a thing.
really? Because I get so many romantic conversations and messages on Grinder that I wouldn't even know the difference.
You know, I was only using Sniffies for the longest time because I thought this is much more direct. But there are more people using Grinder, and the app doesn't crash nearly as often as Sniffies.
Let me
So,
tell you how terrible of an app Grinder has become and how unreliable it has become. It's not a great place to meet people. I mean, we've met some nice people. We've met some nice people on Grinder, but it is not the most reliable thing. I think
no.
someone organic, like out at a bar, is way more personable, and it's way easier. Like there's just so much pick and choosing on Grinder that it's not a great place to meet people.
It's not. And I found that because so many of my interactions are online, that when I am in person, like at a bar or at like a party, like sometimes, like I went to Hot Dog Sundays at El Cid,
Oh, love
or
hot dog.
like I love it too, but I find that the in-person flirting is so difficult for me.
Yeah.
Like my idea of a pickup line, like I'll just like awkwardly walk up to someone and I'll be like, "Wow, you have a really nice butt. I bet it farts really loud."
I mean, that it's gold, mama, gold.
Nobody's shoving their dick in my mouth after maybe to shut me up actually. Maybe so I'll stop talking.
Yeah, yeah, to shut that mouth up, girl.
Shut your whore mouth and then just shove it in. I mean, I wish it was that simple.
I sit here talking shit on Grinder. I act like I don't like I didn't meet my fiance fucking on Grinder 8 years ago.
Same. I mean, I'm also in like a long-term relationship and we met on Grinder, so like it has its moments.
Yeah, everyone's always like, "How'd you guys meet?" And I'm like, "Well, it was very organic, very natural. It was Grinder.
I always say the same way everybody else meets.
We didn't meet to
Grinder.
we didn't meet to hook up though. So, we got that going for us. And we've been together for a little over 8 years, which is like 55 in straight years if you do the math and convert it.
Yeah, with the
Which
Pythagorean theorem.
the Pythagorean. No, nope, nope,
Hmm.
we're gonna stop it there. Nope.
Her. My original drag name.
Her
Pythagorean theorem.
and theorem. That's great. The very best drag name I've ever heard in my entire life, and I don't know if she's still around. I saw her at Hamburger Mary's was Visa Decline.
I know Visa Decline. I
Do
love
you?
her. Yeah.
That is the best drag name that I've ever heard in my entire life.
She's great. We did a competition years ago when I first started drag, and her and I were the top two. And it was like the closest I ever came to winning something.
Oh my God. And look at you. Now you're doing podcasts. You've come so far.
Yeah, look at me. I came so far. My account is overdrawn. And, and and I'm begging people to talk to me on the Zoom because nobody will talk to me in real life.
Well, you don't gotta beg me to talk to you, girl. I will talk to you at any time.
Great. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I think you said you wanted to schedule an actual in-person podcast. I think I might be busy that day, get my haircut or something.
Yeah, I plan on coming down with something.
I don't know
I'm
when I don't know when you're I don't know when you plan on having it, but I think I'm busy.
sorry, babes. I'm at home sick with chlamydia. I can't
Sorry,
do it.
I'm a little pre. I'm pre. Nope, nope, no. I'm working on my accents. We're not great. It's not
No, it's
great.
fierce. I love accents.
We just share. If I'm gonna be a real Trixie impersonator, I got to work on my accents.
Yeah,
So
you
it's
gotta do
work.
homophobic share.
I know. Oh God, put your damn laptops in a box.
Who
No.
told you to get bangs, bitch?
Why do they need a parade?
Yeah, this is great. Wait, I'm trying to remember. The first time I met you, was it brunch at Club Cobra?
Oh God, that sad little brunch.
That was, I think, their first brunch open again.
That was with Fina.
It was with Fina and Pickle,
Yeah.
and
There was like 8 people in the audience. That was great.
yeah, they were all Pickle's friends. Who else was there with us? There was another queen, wasn't there?
I don't remember. I try to forget that day.
Hmm. I've been there since. It's actually a really great space, and the parking's a little tough, but it has potential.
I love you go to Cobra like on like a Friday or Saturday night, right down the street from Bullet. Love the Bullet too.
Mm-hmm.
I like Cobra. I
I
really
do
do.
too. It's really cute. I was there for a pageant a few weeks ago, and it was great.
I don't like it for the brunches during COVID, but other than that, it's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's got the potential. Like, it's such a huge space that like if it fills up, it would be so cute for brunch.
The Bullet does drag shows?
They do. Is it Volta Charge?
I
Is
have
that where
no
she
idea.
hosts? I think
I have no
Volta.
idea, but I need to go see what this drag gig is at the Bullet.
I need to go too. I've actually never. I don't know. I don't think I've ever been.
You've never been to the Bullet?
I don't think so. If I'm not booked, I probably don't go places.
Oh God. She's like, I don't go anywhere unless I'm getting the check, mama.
Yeah, I hate bars and clubs, so I need to like either have a social reason to go or a work related reason to go.
The Bullet does this amazing event once a month. It's called Glow Me. You go and you do like this like body paint and it's like all UV black light. It's a lot of fun.
Ooh.
You go every single time.
Do people get naked or like in a thong or something and just paint their bodies?
Well, it is the Bullet. And if you don't know the Bullet, good. But yeah, it it's it's not the most appropriate place. Let's just say, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a little scandalous.
Can I suck dick in front of everybody and not get kicked out?
literally in front of everybody. You could do anything you want to in that entire bar, and it's totally fine.
I think I'll have to pay them a visit.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're going there after this, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'll see you there. like, get the car, get the car, let's go.
Get the keys, get the bag.
Not the K, not the key. Oh my god.
Yeah, I meant key. Yeah, well,
You know.
that's it. That's
Oh my
another subject
gosh.
for the day.
Wait, I'm obsessed with the video of you walking into the meet and greet with
Oh God.
Trixie. Was that your first time meeting Trixie as Trixie?
Yes, it was. So yeah, I that video went viral. I went to the first leg of their tour and she was in this like 60s vintage fabric t-shirt dress with these white thigh-high boots and this big side pony. And I love that's my favorite Trixie outfit that she's ever worn. It's so cool. And I thought it'd be so cool on the second leg of her tour. This was like right when I was like starting to like, practice drag makeup and practice sewing and stuff. I thought to myself, I was like, how cool would it be to walk in as her and like totally gag her? And so I contacted her designer, Amy Sarazan,
Love
and
Amy.
love
Amazing work.
who has been so supportive and helpful in getting me and telling me where to get the authentic Trixie fabric and helping me and answering my questions. Love, 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 love Amy. And so I reached out to her and I was like, "Hey, where'd you get this fabric?" And she goes, "Oh, well, it's a 60s vintage fabric, but I think they have like 2 yards left." And so I reached out to the Etsy and I bought the last 2 yards of this 60s vintage fabric and I made her t-shirt dress. And I contacted Wig Chapel, which has made Trixie's wigs for Queen of the Universe, and I put it all together. And I went and walked in, and she died.
That's
She
gotta be
died.
so crazy. Like just seeing yourself walk up to you.
Yeah, it was
Crazy.
wild. And I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. In the entire history of their Trixie and Katya live tour, in all around the world, I don't think that Katya ever got up and someone sat in Katya's chair next to Trixie. So Katya literally got up. She saw me walk in. Katya's like, "There's two of them. I'm out of here."
Get the fucking. She said, "Get the car, get the
Yeah,
K, get the key."
get the keys, get the K and the keys, and we're out.
Wait, is that
And
the title of the episode?
yeah, get the keys, get the car.
Trixie, get the keys, get the K, get the car.
I'm out. Yeah. And yeah, we sat there and we chatted, and it was so wild. And there was a lot that wasn't captured on film. But yeah, then it just got shared. It had over like I think 1 million views on TikTok. So like it is
Whoa.
crazy. And that moment, that was when I think Lyric was born. Was that was the moment where I was like, oh, I guess I'm gonna impersonate Trixie now.
Was
Um,
that before or after you saw her at Pump?
that was after. The very first time I ever met Trixie in person was at Pump. Um, but this whole I'm just gonna leave it here. The very first this whole started, and I always tell people this all started with a dream, and it really did. And I went to bed one night. This was, right during COVID. I was really depressed. I was really sad, and I discovered Trixie's YouTube channel. And the very first video I ever watched of hers was her NYX Cosmetics video. And I fell in love with her sense of comedy and just her whole persona. And I went to bed one night and I had a dream that she followed me on Instagram, asked me to hang out, and then I woke up the next morning. I woke up and I cried. I was so sad because it wasn't real. And I went on Instagram and posted a story and I said, when at Trixie Mattel, I mentioned her, when at Trixie Mattel follows you on Instagram and asks to hang out, and then you wake up with a sad face. And I posted it. Girl, 30 seconds later, I get a notification. Trixie,
Lies.
Trixie Mattel followed you on Instagram.
Shut the front
Yep.
door.
And then she messaged me immediately after that. She's like, "I don't know why you like me so much when you met Phyllis from The Office." And because I have a picture of me and Phyllis that I met her at a con. And so Trixie went through my Instagram and saw that picture, and then she messaged me. And that just like really spoke to me. Like, aside from RuPaul, you're the most famous drag queen in the world. And you took time out of your day to really pay attention and like read my story and follow me. And so yeah, that was the moment. That was the pivotal moment where I knew she was the queen I wanted to essentially dedicate my drag life to. Just because it meant so much in such a dark time in my life, it just meant so much that she recognized me. And she, if you ever get the chance to meet Trixie, or if you ever get the chance to meet Brian, they are the most sweetest and most genuine people in the entire world. Um, it speaks volumes to be, one of the most popular drag queens in the world, and just be so humble and so down to earth. And I've met way less popular queens that aren't as nice. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that's on period, sis.
Period. We all have our horror stories with these
Yeah.
girls.
And so, yeah, when I say it started with a dream, and it really did.
That is crazy. And now
Yeah.
you're doing gigs as Trixie. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. She's booking me for Trixie Motel. I did Trixie Motel in Palm Springs. Um, there's some stuff that I can't touch on yet, but
oh
it's just
yes, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
it's just been it's been a whirlwind, and I'm so thankful for her support. And there's I'm so excited for what's about to come.
I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Exactly, exactly.
oh my gosh. Well, we've approached the end of the program. Everybody say,
Oh, thank
"Oh."
God.
Yeah. well, she's got a table at the Bullet waiting for her.
I know. No, this has been so amazing. I have been waiting for this for a very long time.
Me
And
too.
I am so excited, and I'm so happy that I know you and that you're in my life, and gave me the opportunity,
Of
and very, very,
course.
very, very happy for this. So happy to come back whenever you want.
Same here. You'll be back. Hopefully we'll have, a little more production
A little
value.
bit, yeah, a little bit more production, a little bit more to talk about. But
yeah.
yes, very, very excited. I'll have you to come back whenever you want. And
Thank
I will be in
you.
full drag next time.
Me too. In a beautiful Sasha Colby ponytail.
Woo.
Whoosh, whip crack sound.
Yeah.
yes. Yes. Oh my God. Will you tell the people of the internet where they can find you?
Yes, you can find me on Instagram at Landon and Lyric. I'm not on Twitter anymore. I deleted my Twitter because it's toxic. But you can find me at Landon and Lyric on Instagram. You can play Fortnite with me, Landon and Lyric, and TikTok, Landon and Lyric. So yeah, come play and fuck around with me and find out.
Yes. I'll put it all in the description. Don't worry. You all can just click it. You don't have to type it if you don't want to.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yay. You can follow the podcast at Hey Girl Pod on Instagram. That's HEYGURLPOD. You can email the podcast at heygirlpod@gmail.com. You can call me at 424-431-1456. All of your voicemails are they're being placed into an archive to be revealed at a later date, eventually. And you can follow me, the diva, the doll. Actually, not the doll, because we don't say that anymore. At Jordan Jayro everywhere. That's JordanJayro. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. I am currently taking a break from my mental health to focus on my social media. So if you could just follow me, that'd be great. Don't forget to subscribe and write a really nice review. Leave the podcast 5 stars wherever you listen to podcasts. And subscribe to my YouTube channel because now we're on YouTube. Isn't that fun?
It's so much fun.
I hope I didn't forget anything.
We probably did.
I always do. I always mean to say this in the beginning and at the end, and I always forget to say it in the beginning. So one day I'll
Well,
remember.
if you forget, we can just record again. It's fine.
Yeah. What? Oh my God. What if none of this is recording?
Oh my God. Remember I
You
said something out a window?
Oh my God. I was recording with Bible Girl once, and at the end of the episode, she goes, "Do you know it's not recording?" And I was like, "What?" I had like a
Oh,
full meltdown, and she was like, "I'm just kidding," and I was like, "God damn it."
oh my God. Love her.
Well, thank you so much for chatting. I hope to see you very soon. I'm sure I will.
Yes, absolutely. Anytime.
Yes. Thank you all so much for listening, and until next time, have a fabulous life. Bye bye.
Bye.
Come on, audience. Bye.